If you want something that's really going to impress your guests, something that's totally hot and spicy, then here's my recipe for great balls of fire. The first part of the recipe is to make the meatballs. So what you do is take sweet ground pork sausages. You need to add to that some fresh parsley, just a small bunch, big pinch of salt and pepper. You also want to add into that a whole finely diced onion, 1 garlic clove, and bind it together with an egg.
Oh, bind it with an egg, oh good.
With one hand, just mix all those ingredients until they come together. Wash your hands, take half a mozzarella ball and dice it into about the size of dice. Now what you want to do is take a piece of mozzarella, squeeze around that some of the ground pork meat mixture until you've got yourself a little ball. Place it on a tray. You want to put them in the fridge for about an hour to chill. They'll firm up in there. Now while they're chilling down, you want to make your dough for the pita bread. Get a bowl and weigh into that your flour, salt for seasoning, dissolve your dried yeast in some tepid water, add into it 2 glugs of olive oil and mix the lot together. It's got to be wet and sticky, not dry. Feel free to add a little more water if you need to. Now when the dough comes together, you want to work that on a table for about 10 minutes at least. Give it a really good workout. Now you've got your dough, you want to put it back into the bowl and cover it so it doesn't dry out. Leave it to rest for about half an hour or until it doubles in size. While the dough's rising, you want to get your oven as hot as possible, ideally with a baking stone or a heavy metal tray in there. For a large pita, you want to take a 4-ounce piece of dough, make it into a round ball and roll it as flat and as evenly as possible. Then, very carefully, place it onto your baking stone. When these pitas go in there, they'll just puff up. They'll literally explode and blister from the bottom. When they come out, they'll be blisteringly hot and full of steam. Woo-hoo-hoo! Be really careful and let them cool under a tea towel. They'll be good for a day. Now, the thing that's going to make these balls smoking hot is the dipping sauce. So you're going to take a couple of lard, your cayenne pepper, your habanero peppers, molasses, brown sugar, and really gently melt the lard down until you've got yourself a blisteringly hot sauce. For a great fry, you need a great breading. So take your meatballs out of the refrigerator and you want to roll them first in flour. Dip them in some beaten egg and then roll them in breadcrumbs. But to make them super crunchy, we're going to do it twice. So now, from the breadcrumbs back into the egg and re-roll them in the breadcrumbs again. Stick them back on a plate and they're ready to fry. You want to get the fat in your deep fryer to 350 degrees, and as soon as you've breaded all your meatballs, you want to put them all in and they'll take 5 minutes maximum. Once your meatballs are fried, you want to roll them around in the hot sauce. Now we're ready to plate. Take your pita bread and very carefully split it open. Now you want to put in there a really good crunchy slaw, and if you make your own, even better. Stuff it full and then put in as many of the hot meatballs as you dare. Add in generous dollops of sour cream. This just gives a bit of respite from the heat of the balls. And finish with a sprinkling of finely chopped spring onion. It's hot, it's spicy, it's delicious. I really hope you enjoy my recipe for great balls of fire.